Hi there, my name is Megan, and this afternoon I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my reflection upon leadership for my current class that I'm in that focuses on leadership in higher education. So, the first thing that I want to discuss a little bit is my theories on my purpose behind becoming a leader. And when I looked up the definition of leadership, the first thing that came up was a definition from the US Army. And this is what it states is the purpose of leadership. It says to influence people by providing purpose, direction, and motivation to accomplish a mission. And I agree with all of those things, especially the part about providing purpose, direction, and motivation. But the one part at the end that kind of perplexed me a little bit was the section about a mission, as if it's a temporary goal. And I think a lot of my background as a teacher, I have currently 5 years of teaching experience in the public school system in North Carolina. I believe that my role as a leader, especially within the classroom, is lifelong. And that's something that I think is really important to me is the fact that in the classroom it's not just one mission. It's truly a career-long commitment. So, in my opinion, the purpose of leadership is to be a mentor and a positive professional. And in this particular role, I have become this, I think, in a couple of different settings. One of the biggest impacts I think I made was when I taught at an inner city school in downtown Raleigh. And a lot of my students didn't necessarily come from backgrounds or circumstances where learning was always their number one priority. A lot of my students just wanted to go to school so that they could get a meal during lunchtime. And I think that in that particular role, my biggest goal was to be somebody that they could come to, somebody that provided a safe environment for them. And that's always been important to me. I also had a similar experience in a rural setting where I had one particular student who didn't have electricity in his home. And it was really important to me that I provided laughter and somebody that he could go to in case he felt traumatized or upset about something. So, in my opinion, leadership can also be something, a quality in particular that provide stability for my students, and that is something that I'm lucky to be able to do. So, going to the next question, I would definitely describe myself as a leader for a multitude of different reasons. I have the ability to delegate tasks, not only on a professional level with my peers, but also as a teacher to my students. I also have the ability to inspire my students to become better learners, and not only to learn better, but also to become better versions of themselves. I also am a pretty decent communicator, I think, and I have a large commitment to the task at hand. And last but not least, I believe that I am a leader because I have extreme commitment to what I do as well as passion for that commitment. So, as far as my identities and what has caused me in my life to become a leader, I had a pretty rough upbringing. I did not have a father figure in my life. My dad is an alcoholic and a drug addict, and I had, in many circumstances, the I guess you could say, the task of raising my little brother when my mom was working. And I grew up in a single family home where my mom had to be both mom and dad. So it was natural for me to step into that role and to take care of my little brother when things were tough, and especially as a daughter of a mom who worked a full-time job. At first, she was making minimum wage with no child support. It was something that I had to do. And so, at a very young age, I learned how to do laundry. I learned how to iron at, I joke and say, the age of 9. And I think I just became a leader in that sense because I needed to be there for my little brother and to make sure that my mom knew that things were okay when she wasn't there. So, that's just one example of how I feel like the leadership role within me has truly developed over time, and it definitely has made me the person that I am today.